guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe how long it has been since I last filmed a video for you guys. Life's just been a little bit overwhelming, and with everything going on in the world, it really took some time for me to get everything situated and have the time to sit down and film for you. I've actually had these templates ready for you guys for months. I did create 4 new templates that I'm going to be sharing in a series of videos. We did take a trip down to Disneyland in February for Sweethearts Night, and it was just the best. It was our first time ever going for Sweethearts Night, and it's definitely not going to be the last. I was just so refreshed, and that's just kind of what led to me creating this template. So this is a template. I know when you are using Cricut or a Silhouette, you might be familiar with SVG files. I don't know how to create those. I don't have like Adobe or like Photoshop or whatever other program creators out there. I have no idea how to create an SVG file. If you guys know how to do it and it's easy, post some encouragement down below so that I can actually dive in and try and figure that out. I do have this template, so what you guys have to do, and this is kind of the system that I have right now, I am considering as well getting like a blog so you guys can upload these files. I create them in PNG files. That's so that they're kind of like a transparent background, but I'm not sure how it looks on your guys' end when you do save it to your desktop. So if you guys want it emailed, just follow the link to my Facebook page. It will take you to this template on my Facebook page. It's going to be in the description box down below, and you guys can either try and save it that way, but you can also comment if you would like for me to email it to you, and I can do that as well. So let's go ahead and get into this video. The file that we are going to work on today, and this was inspired by my Loungefly backpack. If you've been to Disney recently, everybody has one of these, and they just all look so cute, don't they? I'm gonna create a Cinderella inspired one, and it is getting close to 8 p.m. So if the sun starts to go down, I apologize. Thank you again so much for subscribing to my channel and for supporting what I love to do. Thank you so much if you guys have already gone to my Facebook page and liked my page. And please comment, subscribe, share. That, like I said, encourages me to keep doing what I'm doing. Enjoy this free template. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so the link in the description box is going to take you directly to my post. From my post, you're going to select the template, and then you're going to save it to your desktop or whatever location you'd prefer. I drag it directly from the post onto my desktop, and that saves it. So then I pull up the Silhouette Studio software, and then I drag it from my desktop onto my mat, and I resize it a little bit bigger. This just helps when I trace it so that the image traces flawlessly. I have selected my trace panel and selected the trace area. Now I hit trace, and that's pretty much it. I don't have to mess with the threshold or anything. You shouldn't have to either. As you can see, I've zoomed in and color coded this black, and it looks perfect. So from this point, what you can do is move the template out of the way. Then you're going to go to object, and you're going to hit release compound path. And what I like to do is I like to imagine what I'm going to be using this for. So if I'm going to be using this backpack as a card and I want it to fit into a 5x7 envelope, then I get a 5x7 inch square to reference that envelope, and it helps me get an idea of what the overall size is going to be. Now that's just an example. That's not specifically what I'm using this for. So it is a little bigger than the 5x7, but that's just kind of a tip that I wanted to throw out there for you guys. If you guys are looking for a specific size, all you have to do is go to your shapes and make a shape, size it to the shape that the size that you want. So I'm showing you guys here that I pretty much have grouped together all of the elements with like elements. So when it comes to cutting these out in specific colors, they are already grouped together for you guys. So I'm showing you that here. you can go a little further, kind of like how I'm going to do it later on in this video, and I'm going to color mine a little bit different. And that's just because I was looking at my backpack for reference and I wanted to add more textures and more colors. So I'm showing you guys here how easy it is to just stack up. So there you go. So you guys can do it like that. It's pretty simple. So now I'm going to go ahead and start color coding it the way that I'm going to use it, which I'm using this bright yellow as like a representation for my gold glitter paper. I do get my glitter paper from Hobby Lobby. The paper and materials that I've used is stuff that I've had on hand. But I know that you can order these supplies online, or Walmart does have some vinyls and they are still open. So hopefully the craft stores will be opening soon. But here I'm just color coding everything accordingly. So another tip that I have for you guys is, if you don't want to open up so many tabs, sometimes I just get lazy and I don't want to do all that. I just put my layers right above my mat, and I kind of designed there and I just move them to the side. So this isn't going to interrupt my cutting when it comes down to it. It helps me visualize what pieces I want in which groups and then color code them accordingly. So that's what I've done here. I've separated them into a couple of groups and now I'm color coding them, and I have the colors in mind. The colors that come up aren't necessarily similar to the colors that I'm going to use, but I just don't like to mess with it further. I kind of just use like the yellow for gold, and I'm using that gray for white. So next thing that I do, and another tip I have for you guys, is label your sections. So here I'm labeling this one group 1, then I'm labeling it group 2, and so on and so forth. This helps you keep your cuts organized. So when I go to cut, I cut in order. So I'm like, okay, this is group 1. I stack my papers in order, so I have 5 total. I'm gonna put the 5th one last, the first one first, and then I just go in order from that point. So now we're to my mat, and let's go ahead and head to the cutting machine. Alright, so now it's time for the assembly, which is my favorite part. You are going to need pop dots. I have an ATG gun, my tweezers, and a little pressing tool. I do have some scissors just in case, but I didn't really need those. So I did cut 2 of these blue layers, so you could do the same thing as well. It isn't in the template because it didn't fit, but if you do want a more finished look at the back of the backpack, then please cut 2 of these. So you want to add glue to the top of your backpack so that you could press on the ears. You can also weld these to the back. I just didn't do that. I like to save my glitter paper, so if I'm only going to use a little bit, then I don't want to cut a whole backing out of glitter paper. But to each their own. If you do, it will be more sturdy, I will say, if you weld it. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding my foam dots for dimension, and I'm also using this layer to help me line up the next layer. So you are going to want to add the gold foil zipper after this, and then after that you're going to want to add the pockets. So here I kind of got it all mixed up, but you will see me making those corrections. The pockets go over the zipper so that they hide the beginning and the end of the zipper, but you don't have to do it this way either. If you do want to do it another way, that's totally up to you. I am going to use a Zig two-way pen to adhere this onto my backpack. So here you see me grabbing a regular cardstock so that I could protect the surface of my desk, and I'm just applying the Zig two-way pen. What's cool about these pens is if you use them when they're wet, they are permanent, so they would create a permanent bond, and if you let them tack out a little bit with by air drying for let's say 45 seconds, then it's more of a removable situation. So I've lined up the zippers. Now you can see that the pockets perfectly go in their place and cover up the beginning and the end of the zipper. So the backpack's coming along pretty fine. The rest of this video is self-explanatory. I will see you guys at the end of the video. And this is the finished product, and that pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this tutorial. I am showing you a few examples here of other backpacks I've made, and this is a Louis Vuitton inspired backpack. What I've done is I used the faux leather vinyl from the Cricut brand, and the print and cut feature. I basically used the same exact template. The only thing that I did was I didn't use the ears, and I also didn't use the bow. I added this strip of faux leather vinyl as the little strap for the top of the backpack, and I'm also showing you here that you can use this as a gift card holder. You just have to size up the pocket accordingly, and I used thinner straps to make it look more cute and realistic. Here's a paper clip. This can be used for a planner. If there's any planner girls out there, you can make these for your planner. You can sell them, whatever you want to do. I know that there's a lot of planner girls out there that are also Disney fanatics, so thank you guys so much for helping me reach 300 subscribers. I really appreciate it. I hope I can convince other people to subscribe to my channel if they like it, and stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.